Hi there, here's a detailed, engaging summary of the book How to Learn Almost Anything in 48 Hours by Tansel Ali. Have you ever wished you could learn something new, anything, super fast? Maybe a language, a new skill, or even a new concept you've always wanted to master. Well, Tansel Ali has the perfect guide for you. His book How to Learn Almost Anything in 48 Hours teaches you the secrets of mastering something in just 48 hours. In today's video, we're diving deep into the powerful techniques outlined in this book. So, if you've ever wanted to learn anything faster, this video is for you. Segment 1. Introduction to the concept. Now, Tansel Ali isn't just a regular author. He's a world record holder in memory and learning. He's spent years mastering how to accelerate his learning process, and in this book, he shares his secrets with all of us. But here's the big question: can you really learn something in just 48 hours? Well, according to Tansel, the answer is yes. The key lies not in cramming or memorization, but in how you approach the learning process itself. Traditional learning methods are often overwhelming. We sit in front of textbooks for hours, trying to absorb information. But Tansel proposes a smarter way, by breaking down learning into digestible steps, and using proven techniques that bypass the mental roadblocks we usually encounter. Segment 2. The learning technique. Here's where it gets interesting. The heart of Tansel's method is a strategy he calls the 48-hour learning sprint. The idea is simple. You can master the basics of almost anything in just 2 days if you follow his structured approach. So, let's break down the steps. Step 1. Set clear, specific goals. The first thing Tansel emphasizes is defining exactly what you want to achieve in the 48-hour period. Instead of vague goals like, learn French, or, learn to play guitar, you need to focus on something measurable, like, learn basic French phrases for travel, or, learn to play the chords to one song. Step 2. Identify the core principles. Tansel teaches that you don't need to learn everything about a subject to make significant progress. The key is to identify the core principles, the most essential information that will give you the biggest return on your time investment. For example, in learning a language, this might be a set of phrases and grammar rules that allow you to have a basic conversation. Step 3. Use focused learning techniques. Tansel recommends techniques like the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This keeps your brain sharp and prevents burnout. Another powerful tool is spaced repetition, which helps you retain what you've learned long-term by reviewing material at increasing intervals. A timer counting down, a person studying intently, and a flashcard app showing spaced repetition. Segment 3. The importance of the first 6 hours. One of the most fascinating parts of Tansel's book is the emphasis on the first 6 hours. According to him, how you use the first 6 hours of your 48-hour sprint can make or break your success. Visual of someone intensely working for 6 hours, taking notes, and staying focused. Step 4. Master the first 6 hours. The first 6 hours are crucial because they lay the foundation for everything that follows. In this time, you should focus on absorbing key concepts, familiarizing yourself with the basics, and gaining a solid understanding of your subject. No distractions, no multitasking, just pure, undistracted focus. During this critical block, you should also be thinking about how to apply what you're learning, which brings us to our next point. Segment 4. Application over memorization. Narrator, you. Step 5. Focus on application, not memorization. One of the biggest mistakes people make when learning something new is focusing too much on memorization. Tansel argues that application is much more powerful. In his experience, it's better to try to use what you've learned in real situations, even if you make mistakes, than to simply memorize facts. A person trying out a new skill, like speaking a language with a friend or playing an instrument, even if they make mistakes. By applying your knowledge right away, you reinforce it and create stronger mental connections. So, if you're learning a new language, practice speaking from day one. If you're learning an instrument, start playing a simple tune. The more you practice applying the knowledge, the faster you'll retain it. Segment 5. Maintaining focus and energy. Step 6. Maintain focus and energy. Maintaining your mental energy is essential. Tansel highlights that it's not just about how much you learn, but how efficiently you can sustain your focus over 48 hours. This means managing your energy and staying consistent. On screen, visual of a person taking short walks, stretching, and eating healthy snacks to stay energized. Narrator, you. Tansel suggests using techniques like taking regular breaks, staying hydrated, and even incorporating some light physical activity to keep your brain sharp. And most importantly, don't try to force your brain to work non-stop. Focus in short bursts, with breaks in between. Segment 6. Review and consolidate. Step 7. Review and consolidate. As the 48 hours come to an end, it's time to review everything you've learned. This process helps solidify the information in your mind and boosts long-term retention. Tansel recommends summarizing key points, teaching what you've learned to someone else, or even writing it down in your own words. And remember, learning doesn't stop after 48 hours. The real magic happens in the days and weeks that follow as you continue to build on that foundation and refine your new skill. So there you have it, Tansel Ali's powerful approach to learning almost anything in just 48 hours. The key takeaway: it's not about memorization or cramming, but about focused, deliberate practice and applying what you learn immediately. If you use these strategies, you can seriously supercharge your ability to learn new things fast. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more learning tips,